Hello.
Is that Mr. Martin Smith?
Yeah, hi.
Good evening, my name is...
Recording.
I'm calling from QRS and the Pickering Institute, an independent healthcare research organisation.
Hi.
We're working on behalf of the Central London Community Healthcare Trust, and we believe that you were recently seen with the podiatry service, and we would like to ask you a few questions about your experience in the form of a short 5-minute survey.
Yeah.
It's really important in helping the Trust to understand what the experience was for you and how they could improve things for you.
Yeah.
Would you be happy to help?
Yeah.
Okay. Calls will be monitored for quality control purposes only.
Well, don't worry, mate. I record all phone calls at this end.
Fair enough. Calls, can I just confirm that you've recently attended the podiatry service?
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that.
That's still recent. Thank
Yeah.
you. We would like you to think about your recent experience of the service. How likely are you to recommend the podiatry service to friends or family if they need similar care or treatment? Extremely likely, likely, neither likely or unlikely, unlikely, extremely unlikely.
Well, considering the job that the doctor did, I can do the same job using my Stanley knife.
Right, so
Okay, all she did was scrape this little corner away. It's come back. I asked for it to be lasered out, or get surgery, cut it right down to the bone, because I've had this since 1980. So
right.
I don't think it was a very good service at all. The actual service was okay, but it hasn't cured the problem.
So would you be would you recommend it or not?
I'd like to say that it affected in the long run. It was a waste of time.
So you'd therefore be unlikely to recommend it.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Only because the job she did with a scalpel is exactly the same job that I do with a Stanley knife.
Right. Well, we've got the next question is, can you tell us the main reason for why you would be unlikely? So that would be because you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use a Stanley knife blade and do exactly the same job. Only the next time I do it, I'm just going to do what I asked for in the first place. I'm going to cut my toe off because I'm sick of it.
Ouch.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of other things going on as well, like electrocuting myself every day.
Ouch.
Yeah. You don't understand anything that's going on here. I mean, we'll talk about this podiatry thing, but I'm so close to the edge of suicide right now, and have been for the last 2 months.
Yes. Yes. Well, so you put down because he does not feel like it did anything. Is that's the main reason?
Well, I know it didn't, because I can feel this corn thing.
Right.
It's back. And I put the razor blade back on it about 2 nights ago.
Oh, careful with that.
Well, careful with that.
Yeah, I'm sure there are other things that are bad. From time to time, the Trust may publish patient comments in an anonymous format. Can we publish your previous comment?
Yeah, you could even put my name there.
Yeah. I don't have an option to make it with a name, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand what you're saying, yeah, because you've got this little questionnaire. You just need to do the tick boxes. I understand.
Were you involved as much as you wanted in the decisions made about your care or treatment? Definitely to some extent or no?
Well, I was involved in the decision process, yes.
Was it?
But they didn't do what I asked them to do, which was to remove this problem. Just cut it out. Surgically or laser it.
So it wasn't as much as you wanted then?
Well, no, because I thought I was going to go to that Edgware Hospital to have it lasered out. That's what the GP told me.
Right.
And they didn't. All they did was just scrape it away a little bit, and off you go.
We do have a free comment section which is what was sort of wrong with the service later on, so we can put these things down there if you can remember them.
Yeah.
Did the staff treat you with dignity and respect?
Yeah.
So definitely.
Yeah, and I treated them with dignity and respect as well.
Yes. Thank you.
It's not the doctor's fault that she wasn't informed of... This thing that I got is like walking on a drawing pin, and it's been there since 1980. It gets really painful. I mean, I've got this bent foot, and the bone of my foot is bent because I keep having to lift my toe up. So I'm not walking on it.
Okay. Was your care and treatment explained in a way that you could understand?
Well, yeah, she was blaming it on the way that I walk.
Is that so?
So I get the impression she's saying that if you walk on this problem, you know, endure the pain, it will eventually go away. It's kind of crazy or ambiguous, you know. You can't blame it on the way that I'm walking.
So you would say it was to some extent the explanation then, because it says the question says the treatment explained in a way that you could understand. So definitely to some extent.
Well, I can understand what she was saying in the same way that you understand English.
True.
But she didn't. She doesn't understand that it's just aggravating me so much.
Right. Yeah. Did you have an appointment time, or were you a walk-in patient? I would assume an appointment.
Yeah, it was an appointment time.
This questionnaire is a bit general, and then it has specific categories. So
it was a booked appointment, yeah.
Right, yeah. Were you satisfied with how quickly you were seen?
Well, yeah, considering that I missed it. I believe it was booked for 10 minutes past 10 a.m., whereas in fact the doctor was she had it down for 9:50, 10 to 10.
So you were satisfied definitely with how quickly you were seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I got there at 10 to 10, and then I went out for a cigarette. I said to the reception, I'm here. So I popped out for 5-10 minutes, came back, and then she was kind of saying, oh, you were late, but there wasn't that much of a queue anyway, so she did the surgery bit anyway.
Yeah. What was really good about your care or treatment?
Just the fact that there was no arguing.
Okay. There was no arguing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that could have been better with it? This is a free comments box, so say what you want and I'll try and type it down.
Well, I wish they'd lasered it out, because now I don't have to do the surgery myself using a Stanley blade.
Doesn't believe they took correct action.
I think she had the wrong information. The GP promised me they would surgically remove it. Right down to the bone, or get rid of the whole area.
So does not believe they took correct action, and does not think that information was passed on correctly?
Yeah. The GP told me we're going to go to the hospital to do the surgery to remove it, whereas all she did really was slice it down. But see, I slice it down until it actually bleeds.
Yeah.
She wouldn't go that deep.
Ooh, I hope you use something sterile for that.
No.
Ooh, that sounds nasty.
How can a razor blade, a Stanley knife blade, be sterile?
I guess you could put boiling water on it beforehand.
Well, they tell me don't touch it, don't do this, don't do that, but you can't. I've been doing this since 1980.
Yeah. So the GP had said surgery would be performed, and it was not?
It was not performed, at the hospital.
I mean, I've had a different condition that required orthotics, and they did actually help, but that's a different kettle of fish.
Well, the job she did in real time helped, but it's growing back again, so it has not helped.
Right.
You understand? It's like
you'd have to go there every week or whatever.
It's just a corn, or like a verruca.
Ooh.
What it is,
I know.
It's a brown pinprick. Now what she says is the brownness is where it's bleeding from wherever the virus is, deep within my skin.
So it's an internal bleeding? Ooh.
Well, I can't really...
Yeah.
It's a bit like having a volcano where you've got all that magma, and every now and again you get a brown spot where it's leaked to the top of the volcano. It's not brown all the time, but the brown spot is only like... It looks like a nerve ending.
Ooh,
when you...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I actually, about 4 years ago, in my GP in Barnet, when I did a slice, I managed to get quite a bit of this brown stuff. And I've got a medical microscope.
Oh.
I took it to the GP in Barnet, and he said, "Oh, that's right. I haven't seen one of these for years, since I was at college."
Oh.
And he looked at it, but apparently I now know it's not like a nerve. It's just a pinprick hole that the virus creates where it leaks blood.
This is how would you rate your overall experience? Sorry.
How do I rate my overall experience?
Yeah.
Well, on the day of this surgery?
Yeah. Excellent, good, fair, poor, or very poor are the options.
Well, you've got to say that it was a good experience.
It's just that they didn't do what you wanted.
Well, yeah, so therefore it was a poor service.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the disease problem was not cut away.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's a bit ambiguous, really, but...
Yeah. These next questions may seem a bit strange. There's an explanation just coming up as to why we do them.
Yeah.
And now just a few questions about yourself for analysis purposes, just to put your answers into context. The Central London Community Healthcare Trust is committed to tackling issues of inequalities for all our residents. Feedback from different communities has encouraged us to monitor responses and experiences, as research shows that there are inequalities in access to health for some members of our community. We would appreciate your completion of the following questions to help us monitor this.
Yeah.
So to make sure you've got proper access for all groups.
Yeah.
The information that you give will not be linked back to you personally. What's your age?
Do you know what? I don't know. 54?
Okay, thank you. That's right in the middle of a bracket we've got for it, so...
Yeah.
What's your ethnic group? White, Asian or Asian British? Black or black British?
British, white British.
Right, so...
East End London.
Yes, so I'll put you under white British.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Although I think those questions should be removed, to be honest with you.
I know.
Yeah.
And the whole setup to it.
I know.
Yeah. What is your religion or belief?
I'm a cosmologist.
Okay, so if I put you down...
Cosmology.
If I put that down under other, it's got a box, so if I put cosmology, so that's
COS, cosmology. It's the understanding of the universe.
Right. So put you down as cosmology.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's not recognised as a religion yet.
Okay, but it's put down there. It says faith or religion.
Yeah.
So these things are ambiguous.
Yeah.
Please could you tell me which of the following best describes how you think of yourself? Heterosexual, straight, gay, bisexual, other, would rather not say.
I don't know anymore.
So just put would rather not say then.
Well, no, I'm a heterosexual, really. I'm not homosexual, put it that way.
Fair enough.
I'll fuck anything that's on 4 legs that says yes. As long as it's female.
Sometimes this question seems a bit irrelevant because it's like he'll be an 82-year-old lady or something, and it's like you shouldn't bring that up then. Do you have a long-standing illness or health problem or disability? By long-standing we mean it has lasted or will last for more than 12 months.
Yeah, I do.
Right. What are the first 4 digits of your postcode?
First 4 digits?
Yes.
Northwest 97RN.
NW.
Northwest 9.
Northwest 9.
7 Romeo November. I know that's 6 digits, not 4.
Thank you, though. That's covered it. Would you be prepared to help us with similar research in the future, or if we've missed questions from the survey?
Well, yeah, I would. Because you're the community health care people or something you said?
Yes.
Right, well, I'm having major problems with the Dennis Scott Psychiatric Unit.
Right, Dennis.
Major problems.
Right. Okay.
They were actually here when the GP said, we'll get it lasered out.
And they're not helping much.
Well, I've got an attendance card to meet him on the 29th. You wait till I get in there. I'm going to give them another bollocking like they've never heard before. They have seriously let me down. 10 years ago they got me housed, but they let a trainee ASBO officer rubbish all of the good work that they did as professionals. Oh yeah, Barnet Council took in total 4 years, 6 years to get me evicted. They've traumatised my mental condition.
Yeah, I'm
not kidding. Barnet, well, the coroner... See, I know 5 people that have committed suicide in Barnet.
Oh.
2 of them are my brothers.
That's...
And the coroner says that 85% of the suicides in Barnet is where Barnet Council is interfering with people's lives.
I would assume that put people under pressure, which would upset them.
Well, you know, the Barnet Homes, their ASBO team, they employ trainee... Well, they take their secretary and then stick them in an ASBO team, untrained. And for example, when I first got an eviction notice, this ASBO officer says, I looked into Mr. Smith's housing file and I determined that he was mentally ill. Whereas in fact my housing file was cross-contaminated with another Martin Smith, who'd been in prison.
That's not good.
Well, they evicted me and jailed me and then threw my entire life into a skip. Oh, you bet, and Dennis Scott just let it happen.
That's not what they're supposed to do.
Well, the Dennis Scott unit was round my house to watch video of me being assaulted, and while I was playing that video, the old Bill turned up with a 999 psychiatric crew to take me away and lock me up. And yet I got the manager of the Dennis Scott unit in my living room. And we're watching these neighbours begging the police to arrest. You must arrest him. He's insane. No, there's nothing wrong with him. And my key worker and the manager are saying that woman is turning this street into poison. See, the woman that's done all this, she lost her kids at the Royal Courts of Justice. Personality disorder, neglective abuse, 2 psychiatrists. She causes so much trouble that the council can't move her.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like you've had a really rough time of it.
Fucking rough time, mate. You got no idea. Right now, the Met Police and the council are prosecuting me again. So I'm sticking it all back up on YouTube. Phone calls of the police threatening to kill me and stuff like that.
Well, my only suggestion would be get in contact with someone who's higher up, so say your MP or something, and see if you can get them on it.
Teresa Villiers, are you insane? She's totally useless. It's gone way beyond her. It's gone way over her head. Keith Vaz of the Home Affairs Common Select Committee has ordered an investigation into the legal system. All right, Lord Justice Goddard, this sexual kids thing. I mean, this bitch over the road, she's turned me into a paedophile. Right, the kids next door loved me. Right, they were getting beaten by their parents, so the kids are hitting each other. I stopped all that.
Yeah, and then she...
Alright, but this bitch over the road, he's got a CCTV camera. It's feeding onto YouTube. Rubbish, it was going to a VHS recorder. That was it. Where paedophiles can see it. And yet I was in and out of that house for 2 years, painting, decorating. They're from Mauritius. Their mother works in the NHS, so she's on shifts. The father is at work at daytime. The mother is at work, so they've got their grandma from Mauritius who doesn't speak any English looking after the kids. And she's hitting them with a wooden spoon because they won't sit down on the sofa and watch Teletubbies all day. So I took radio controlled cars and Sky Electric and all. I switched them on.
This seems quite a bad situation.
Well, Barnet Homes and Barnet Council are extremely fascist and I mean, I can't believe it. In Barnet, I've got a long white beard now. In Barnet, I get Father Christmas, Jesus Christ, Mohammed. Right now, I live in on the edge of Harrow, and it's full of Indian people and Iranian people. I've lived here 15, 16 months. I haven't had a single bit of abuse out of anybody. In fact, the Muslim women come up and kiss me. I'm not joking, but if you walk with me through Barnet High Street, every 100 yards some bastard has a go at me.
I must say, when I played rugby against them, they were one of the more violent teams.
Barnet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, have a good evening then.
Is that it?
Yes. Thank you very much for your time. You've been interviewed by QS, members of the Market Research Society. If you have any queries with this project, please call the executive in charge. I can give you the number of the executive in charge. Yeah, please, go on. Okay. And a contact number or something. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying I will, because I've got all these other problems going on. But this problem with the Dennis Scott unit, community care, that's got to be dealt with. He's just in charge of the market research we're doing.
Oh, okay. Well, look, even the cops have said, do you know what your problem is, Mr. Smith? The media don't know about it.
Right. Well, if you want his number...
Yeah, please.
The executive is David Sutterby.
David Sutterby.
So that's Sutterby.
Yeah, I got that.
And the number is 01707...
01707, yeah.
331...
Yeah.
332.
332. Okay.
Okay.
Well, mate, you were very professional.
Okay.
All
Thank
right?
you for your time.
You listened well, and you're not full of shit.
And you yourself have been very polite. Thank you
Okay,
for
mate.
your time. Have
Thanks
a good
a lot.
evening. Bye.
Cheers, bye.